Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome to another CRPG News Roundup. This time from March 1st, 2025, where I take a look back at the week in computer and console role-playing game news, mostly new releases, upcoming titles, some crowdfunding for those who are new. While not purely RPG related, Steam's Next Fest has been ongoing and will be ongoing for a few more days yet. As such, a lot of games have had their announcements or demos released, so it's a good time to browse for indie or more obscure titles that I may have missed here. Esoteric Ebb, an upcoming Arcana Punk style RPG, takes inspiration from both tabletop gaming as well as things like Disco Elysium. It is now set to be published by Raw Fury. It will be slated for release sometime later this year on the PC, and there is a demo available at least for the next few weeks. Dark Deity 2 is slated to hit on March 21st, a tactical RPG in a fantasy realm. Like its predecessor, it will target the PC. A demo is available during the next fest, so for a couple days. Vagris, The Riven Realms, a post-apocalypse fantasy caravan-based RPG that I've been covering a number of times in the past. Looks like it's getting a console release. It has been available for the PC for a few years now. It looks like March 31st. We'll see it hit the PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X/S, as well as the Nintendo Switch. Wings of Endless is set to hit the PC and consoles sometime in the second quarter of this year. It'll target the PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X/S, as well as the Switch. There's a demo available on Steam. A very retro-styled, side-scrolling title with RPG elements from a solo developer. It'll have you playing a bounty hunter with a talking owl, but also additional allies. Fretless, The Wrath of Rifson will be a deck-building RPG in a music-based setting and will hit sometime this spring on the PC. Pokemon Legends Z to A looks like it'll be released sometime later this year, a follow-up to Pokemon Legends Arceus. It looks like it'll revisit the Kalos region and start around Lumiose City. It'll include a new real-time combat system and have new gameplay mechanics, etc. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot will be getting a new 2-part DLC set based on the Daima animated series. It is available to purchase now, although it actually won't drop until summer. Farland Saga 1 and 2 Saturn Tribute looks like it'll hit Japan on June 26th of this year. A collection of two Sega Saturn-era tactical RPGs will target the PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series X, or just Xbox One and the Switch, not Series X/S. A Western release has not been announced yet, though. Edge of Memories is under development and will be a new title in the same universe as Edge of Eternity. It looks like they're aiming to release this fall for the PC, PS5, and the Xbox Series X/S, and will be an action JRPG on a continent riddled by an affliction that mutates those it infects. The Lonesome Guild is set to hit this fall as well. Targeting the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X/S, it'll be a single-player action RPG where you play a spirit in a world consumed by loneliness. Rock Beasts is supposed to release sometime later this year. It'll target the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and the Switch, and has you managing a rock band in the mid-90s in a world filled with anthropomorphic animals. Stygian Outer Gods will enter early access sometime this year. It'll be a Lovecraftian horror RPG with a third-person view set in the same world as Stygian Reign of the Old Gods, as a drastic departure from the art style of that. It looks like it'll target the PC, PS5, and the Xbox Series X/S. For those who are wondering and looking towards Fable 4, it looks like it has been delayed until 2026. I'm not particularly surprised, honestly. We'll see how that goes. Then it looks like Pithead Studio has announced Kralon. Pithead was founded by a couple of former Piranha Bytes developers, and Kralon will be a first-person action dungeon crawler RPG, pretty much set in a single contiguous dungeon, looking to target the PC and potentially other platforms. I gotta be honest, it does look kinda neat. No release date is set yet, though. Rise Eterna Part 2 has been announced. It will be a tactical JRPG similar to the first, but more refined. It has you engaging in a war between two families looking for the throne. No release date is set yet, although there is a demo available. On towards actual releases, Monster Hunter Wilds saw its release. It is a multiplayer co-op entry into the Monster Hunter series, although from what I understand, there have been optimization issues, to say the least. Iodine Chronicle 100 Heroes got a DLC expansion. The chapter of Marissa is a prequel that lets you experience more of Marissa's journey. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection is a set of classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Card battling and RPG games from old retro consoles ranging from the Game Boy onward to the early 2000s. Tale of Dark Lands is an action RPG/dungeon crawler in a low-poly style revolving around a mercenary drawn into an adventure that threatens the entire land. Hellsting is an early access and looks to be a top-down hack-and-slash action RPG where you go through various mountains, forests, caves, dungeons, etc. to face off against demons. Kind of like a Diablo-like, whatever. Shift and Slay is a turn-based tactical strategy game, I presume with RPG elements. Set in a cyberpunk realm, it has roguelike elements as well. Mini Merchant is a lo-fi style strategy RPG where you journey around as part of a caravan, exploring places, unlocking items, and trying to become a rich merchant. Trek is an action RPG in a fantasy realm where you journey out into the world, unlock items and weapons, defeat bosses, all in a revenge-based story. Mortal Darkness is an action dungeon crawler where you explore, battle various monsters, the variety of character classes, abilities, and so forth. A Scoundrel in the Underlair is a traditional style roguelike where you head out into the woods to explore the Underlair. It is a turn-based roguelike, as most traditionals are. Finally, there's also Axe Roguelike, a roguelike with many skills, items, equipment, all in a turn-based package. And with that, let's take a look at crowdfunding campaigns. A few stood out to me this week. Remember that contributing to a crowdfunding campaign should be done only at your own risk. Doing so is no guarantee you will receive a product. Mentioned here is not an endorsement, but it is for informational purposes only. Lone Star will be a 1-bit space-based RPG. Still in early development, it looks like it'll have a monochrome retro style. Valkyrie Rosetta will be a 2D, action RPG, sitting here yawning, with turn-based strategic button-time battles, as well as platforming, following Rosetta, who died in a war and was reborn with the powers of a Valkyrie. Finally, there's the Gothic Order, which looks to be a mobile game, which will be a Souls-like clicker, whatever that means, inspired by Bloodborne and Castlevania. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up here. As always, links will be below. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment, guide feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.
And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribestar, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.